Hey guys, today is June 15th, 2012, and I'm not pregnant anymore. Um, I had my daughter, Addison, on June 5th at 11:42 by C-section. And I know that's it's like crazy, right? I can't believe I'm not pregnant anymore. Can't believe she's here. I'm happy she's here. I'm happy she's healthy. She's born 2 pounds, 4 ounces. She's she's doing great. She's really doing good, and I'm so proud of her. She's a fighter. And all I've heard from all the nurses in the hospital is that African American females do the best in the NIC unit. And so far, she's done so good. I'm so proud of her. I don't even know what else to say. She's an awesome kid. She is so beautiful. I love looking at her eyes. Her eyes are just so big, and she is so tiny. Her eyes are just so bright and just make me smile. And she's actually yesterday they took her off the light. They took her the nasal cannula or something like that out of her nose. They took her IV out of her hand, and the only thing she has is a feeding tube down her throat. Um, they also gave her a bottle yesterday, and she took all of it, and it didn't come back up. No longer has meconium, the black stuff that comes out of her rear end. She is pooping baby poop, and it stinks. She I had a surprise this morning. I was like, Addison, you stink. So yeah, she pooped, and they say she's been doing that very often, which is good. So my labor and delivery story. I went into the hospital May 28th. I didn't leave the hospital until June 9th. Um, I was so lonely and scared in the hospital. I had no earthly idea that I would have my daughter so soon. I was um, I was really scared. Every day the doctors came in, it was something different. Um, I went into the hospital because I saw spots. I was a little stressed out, a little worried. Um, Addison was doing some movements that I have never felt before. My legs and stuff was swelling. My hand would swell. And all day I'm doing this. Like, they would get so numb. And it's not just the numbness that bothered me. It was the pain that I felt, too. So with all those contributing factors, I called my doctor. I called my doctor's office, and the on-call guy said, hey, go to labor and delivery. I went to labor and delivery, and they took my urine, took blood, and I had I had blood in my urine, which they call protein. It was over 300. They admitted me into the hospital to do a 24-hour evaluation. Once I started doing I did the 24-hour urine thing. It came back over 4. I took 2 urine things. Those little brown jugs. I filled up a whole jug plus a half of a jug in 24 hours. The first time I did it, I think I had like a half a jug. So my urine level, my protein level went up from 4 something, I mean from 3 something to 4 something. So basically, they said, plus I was I had preeclampsia, mild preeclampsia. So basically, that meant I was going to be in the hospital until I delivered her. But I was going to be in there at least 37 weeks. They was not going to let me go over 37 weeks. So all I kept thinking was, I was 29 weeks when I went into the hospital, and I turned 30 weeks while I was there. And all I could think was, I have 7 more weeks to be in the hospital. It was rough. The food was horrible, but the nurses were amazing. Like, I couldn't ask for any better nurses. Like, they were cool nurses. Like, I think they all liked me. But I guess because I didn't complain about nothing, and I was yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. And I was yes ma'am so much that I was getting sick of saying yes ma'am. I wanted to just say, you just left out of here. Can I go to sleep now? One of my nurses was like, I peeped in and I saw that you were sleeping so good that I didn't bother you. I was like, thank you so much. They literally come in every 4 hours to check my blood pressure and my temperature. And my blood pressure would shoot up every now and then, but it would mainly shoot up when my husband came in. So the nurses figure the routine. But after being there a week, they found out that I went in on that Sunday night, Monday morning. That Friday is when one of the doctors said, hey, your baby is too small, really small, to be 30 weeks. And I'm getting really scared. And he was like, we're going to have to take her. She's better on the outside. At first, when he first did my sonogram, I think maybe that Wednesday, he was like, the water level is low. And it was like at an 8. He was like, 8 is good, but 7.9 is bad. So that was one thing I was worried about. And then that Friday when I went back, that's when he said the water level was low. Plus her weight, she was a pound underweight. Where I was supposed to be 3 pounds, she was 2 pounds, 2 ounces. Once they started really watching, and they kept asking me, do you feel any contractions? Do you have any, are your underwears wet and stuff like that? I'm thinking no. And then when I did feel something, they checked, and it was nothing. They said I was peeing on myself, and I was like, I think I would know if I'm peeing on myself. And she was like, no, the babies can push, and you can pee on yourself and not really know it. And I'm thinking, well, I don't, I didn't think that was a true statement, but okay. I mean, it could be, but in my case, I know I never felt her push to the point. I never felt wetness when I felt her push, like she was stretching or something. So I don't know. But anyways, that following Tuesday is when I went in for my regular sonogram, and they were like, oh, your water level was at an 8, now it's at a 2. How? In 4 days, how did that happen? I was drinking so much water. I was using the bathroom. Maybe every time I used the bathroom, her fluid, I got a little of the fluid. I don't know. The doctor said it's a mystery. He doesn't know what happened. I really believe they delivered my baby too soon. Because they can't give me a reason as to why she's here early. I did have swelling in my legs and in my hands when I went to the hospital, but while I was there, my legs were only swell when I would actually get up out the bed and try to move around. But yeah, they don't have a reason as to why she's here. He was like, while he was taking her out of me or sewing me back up, he's like, yeah, it's a mystery because um, your placenta looks good. Um, everything looks good. So maybe it's just she's supposed to be here and I need to take it. I don't know. Maybe it's just something that was supposed to happen that way. I don't know. But she is so beautiful to me. She doesn't have to be beautiful to anybody else. She is a doll to me. Like, I can't believe I have a daughter. I just can't believe I have a daughter. I'm so happy. Like, I have a daughter. My family is kind of complete. Like, I'm so happy. But she is so tiny. And the hardest part is me leaving her there. It was so hard for me. I cried from the hospital to the house. When I got to the house, I boo-hooed. And I'm thinking, all this is so, like, I don't know how to take it. Like, I just had a kid and she's not here at the house with me. Like, how do you take that? So, I've been kind of sad. Really sad. I'm happy. It's like a bittersweet moment. I'm extremely happy, but I'm extremely sad because she's not here with me. My husband's coworker been sending me clothes, a lot of clothes. She sent me flowers to the hospital, and the clothes are so tiny. It's like the clothes are so tiny, and she still can't fit them. So I did order her some micro preemie clothes on the internet. And I was able to put her in the outfits and take pictures for Daddy for Father's Day. And she just melts my heart every time I see her. She is such a blessing to our family. At least she's a blessing to me. Put it that way. Addison she's born on the 5th, so she's a week and 3 days. Yeah. And she's gained 3 ounces since since she gained 3 ounces in a week. She's been 2 pounds 7 ounces for 3 days straight. So she hasn't lost any weight. She's only gaining. She has been moved up to full feeds. She has taken the only thing she has in her is feeding tubes, and they say they're just waiting on her to grow. She does have Brady's from not all the time, but she does have Brady's. Brady's are when her heart rate drops and it comes right back up. So, I don't know if I have anything else to really say, but Addison is a blessed little kid. She's a fighter. I love her, and she's here. So, I'm not pregnant anymore. So the only videos I'll be making is like little updates on Addison. She's such a beautiful kid. I love her so much. Thanks for watching my videos. I tried to record them in the hospital, but I guess the internet was not consistent enough it wouldn't scream or something. I don't know. It wouldn't do right. I could get on it, but it would not record. So, thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for subscribing. I love you guys, and I'll see you the next time.